I'm Ann Hausch. I'm here to train you as assisting minister for a typical Sunday morning service. Both the 8 and the 11 are the same. First, arrive at the church 15 minutes before the service. Check in with pastor and go over the service for any unusual additions. Second, select a robe and belt from the sacristy before the service. There are multiple size robes in the closet. If one of those robes doesn't fit, please go to the choir room and select one that is unassigned. There's a list on the wall, so be sure to check for the unassigned robes. Third, choose one of the mics. Ask the pastor which one is good for you. The fourth thing you should do is put the prayer request list from the Narthex book in your service folder. Following the announcements, we begin the service with a gathering hymn. The procession is led off by the crucifer, then followed by the choir, and then your assisting minister and the pastors. Being the assistant minister, you should take the seat next to the wall. As an assisting minister, these are the parts of the service that you're responsible for. Number 1, be ready to read the lessons if the lector isn't present. Number 2, introduce the creed. Number 3, lead the prayers of the church. Read the introduction while standing and then kneel at the altar for the petitions. It's important to know that your prayers will be emailed to you a week before the service. If you can, make the prayers more your own. Use the structure that's provided, but read them often so that you're not just reading but really praying. One of the most important tasks you have as an assisting minister is preparing the altar for Holy Communion. During a service, the wine and the extra chalice are left on the shelf behind the pulpit. The assisting minister will take them and put them on the altar. In preparing the altar, remove the veil and lay it in thirds in front of the chalice. Next, take the paten, lay it on top of the veil. Fold the napkins, put the bread in front of the chalice. Fold the napkin in thirds and lay it on top of the paten. Next, you want to look at the missal to check that the preface and the Eucharistic prayer are properly marked with ribbons. After the offering has been received, the assisting minister walks to the center aisle and receives the gifts of bread and wine from the bearers. Then the assisting minister will turn and take them to the altar. After this, the acolyte receives the offering plates from the ushers. The acolyte takes the offering to the alcove. After the assisting minister receives the gift, if there's no acolyte, the assisting minister receives the offering plates and takes them to the alcove. Again, this procedure is only done when there isn't an acolyte. Then the assistant minister would join the pastor at the altar to lead the offertory prayer. During the Eucharistic service, you follow in the missal with the pastor so you can help him keep his place. Next, pastor will hand you a chalice with the wine and a napkin, and then follow pastor as he gives the bread. You will follow him and pour the wine. As pastor distributes the bread, the assistant minister pours the wine, saying, "The blood of Christ shed for you." If someone has grape juice in their cup, you still present the chalice saying, "The blood of Christ shed for you." After everyone has communed, you cover the cup, put the paten over the top, cover everything with the veil. One of the last things you say is the communion prayer. At the end of the recessional, the assisting minister closes the service by saying, "Go in peace, serve the Lord. Thanks be to God."